You see, 120 years after America got its independence, something that had never happened before happened in Africa, where a country actually defeated a Western power. First time ever it's been done, and it's never been done ever since in history. I mean, today Ethiopians are going crazy all about this, celebrating the Adwa Day, the day of victory, when Ethiopia resisted the country that invented pasta, right? Made all of us fall in love with pasta, Italy. They resisted Italy and they had the first big victory. This was in 1896. Today, all of Ethiopia is going crazy about this. It was how Menelik II, the emperor in that country, outsmarted the Italians, with a combination of wisdom, army strategy, using the weapons of, of the West against the West, It was such a glorious victory. And eventually they surrendered. For me, it's four big things, right? If we come together in Africa selflessly towards one cause, there is nothing that can stand in our way. Just like on that day, the people of Ethiopia in that colony came together and went against. For them, they were laying down their lives. They were laying down everything at a cost of sacrifice for Ethiopia. Today, Ethiopia is like, they don't believe they're Africans. They believe they're Ethiopians. It's just the pride that comes with that. Number two, be very careful, right, of your neighbors, right? You must not abandon your neighbors. You must not ignore them. You must not abandon them. You must not forget about them. The enemies will always rise from your neighboring territory. If you forget them, they're going to rise. That's where the Italians rose from. They got abode in Eritrea and they eventually started coming into Ethiopia. I don't think it's a bad thing, right? I think that you must never abandon, ignore, or forget about your neighbor. You must take care of them, you must cherish them, and I think in Africa we got to do that more. Otherwise the enemies will rise from all around you, and it happens in every sphere of life. If you don't take care of the guy next to you, if you don't take care of your friend, be very careful that they will rise up and be the leak for the enemy. Number three, Africa must use the pains of its past to rise up in glory. Menelik II was somebody that had a childhood of betrayal. And he eventually used all of that pain to structure a roadmap to victory for Ethiopia. And number four, and probably the final one right in my head, is we must celebrate everybody's birthday, right? And when I say birthday, there are public holidays in African countries that another African country doesn't know about. Holidays in Ghana that people in Kenya don't know about. Like today, Ethiopia is celebrating this big Adwa Day. And all of Africa and other countries are tweeting and just having a ball, not celebrating the glorification of this holiday. You see, one African country's holiday or victory is victory for the entire continent. We must learn to celebrate our Independence Day. The 1st of October that is celebrated in Nigeria must be celebrated by the Kenyans. And even if it's not a public holiday, you must know the relevance of the holiday. It gives you a pride and the ability and the assurance and the knowledge that you're onto something great, and that together as a continent, there are moments of pride that we must celebrate. Guys, it's Adwa Day, and today it's Ethiopia celebrating, but I think it's a day for Africa. So guys, happy Adwa Day in Ethiopia, but happy Adwa Day for Africa. Africa can rise, and Africa is rising. Or maybe I should end with the way I normally would end. Africa has a name, and it is yours. Let's walk on high heels, guys. Let's do what Menelik II did in 1896. Let's walk on high heels. Let's defy the norm.